Hello students, welcome to memoneet. I am Shahin Mahmood, currently studying third year MBBS from College of Medicine and JNM Hospital Kalyani and also SME at memoneet Biology. So today we will discuss BPT 19. So let's discuss this BPT 19. Okay. So first of all, the question saying that which of the following is not a product of light reaction of photosynthesis: ATP, NADH, oxygen or NADPH. So you know that ATP, NADPH and oxygen are products of light reaction, but NADH is not a product of light reaction. So second is our correct answer. And second, it is saying that phosphenol pyruvate, that means PEP, is the primary CO2 acceptor in C3 plant, C4 plant, C2 plant, C3 and C4 plant. You know that PEP is basically a 3-carbon compound which serve as a primary CO2 acceptor in mesophyll cells, cytoplasm of C4 plants. So the answer is second, C4 plant. Now next it is saying that with reference to factors affecting the rate of photosynthesis, which of the following statement is not correct? Okay, so you have to find the incorrect statement. First is saying that light saturation for CO2 fixation occurs at 10% of full sunlight. Absolutely correct. That light saturation occurs at the 10% of the full sunlight. Okay. Increasing atmospheric CO2 concentration up to 0.05% can enhance CO2 fixation rate. It is also correct. It is given in NCERT. Then it is saying that C3 plants respond to higher temperature with enhanced photosynthesis, while C4 plants have much lower temperature optimum. This is not correct. But in C3 plants, photosynthesis decreased at higher temperature due to increased photorespiration. Okay, because C3 have photorespiration, C4 doesn't have photorespiration. C4 plants have higher temperature optimum because of the presence of pyruvate phosphate dikinase enzyme, which is sensitive to low temperature. Okay, this statement is not correct. And it is saying that tomato is a greenhouse crop which can be grown in CO2 enriched atmosphere for higher yield. Absolutely correct. The tomato is a greenhouse crop. You know that. So the correct answer is third option. The next question is question number 104. Okay. It is saying that the process which makes major difference between C3 and C4 plant is glycolysis, Calvin cycle, photorespiration or respiration. You know that is obviously photosynthesis. That is the distinction point between C3 and C4. C3 does have the photorespiration, C4 doesn't have. Oh, we already discussed this. So correct answer is the third option. Then question number 105. 105. It is saying that a plant in your garden avoids photorespiratory losses, has improved water use efficiency, shows high rates of photosynthesis at higher temperature and has improved efficiency of nitrogen utilization. In which of the following physiological group would you assign the plant? Nitrogen fixer, C3, C4 or CAM? C4 plants are special. They tolerate higher temperature, they lack photorespiration and have greater productivity of biomass. So correct answer will be C4. Third option will be your correct answer. Then question number 106. Immersion enhancement effect and red drop have been instrumental in the discovery of oxidative phosphorylation, and non-cyclic electron transport, two photosystem operations simultaneously, or photophosphorylation and cyclic electron transport. So Emerson performed photosynthetic experiment on corolla. He provided monochromatic light of more than 680 nanometer and observed the decrease in rate of photosynthesis. This is known as red drop. It basically discovered, this experiment led to discovery of two photosystem, which is PS2 and PS1. So third option will be our correct answer. Then question number 107. It is saying that in chloroplast, the highest number of protons found in antenna complex, stroma, lumen of thylakoids or intermembrane space. Intermembrane, okay, so the between the membrane space. So proton concentration is higher in the lumen of thylakoid, okay. So in the lumen of thylakoid, we have the maximum proton concentration, and because due to photolysis of water, H plus pumping NADP reductase activity in the stroma, okay. The third option will be our correct answer. Then question number 108. It is saying that the oxygen evolved during photosynthesis come from water molecule. Which of the following pairs of elements involved in this reaction: magnesium and chlorine, manganese and chlorine, manganese and potassium, magnesium and molybdenum. So basically it is magnesium and chlorine. If you see the reaction, you will see magnesium and chlorine is being used. Sorry, manganese and chlorine is being used. So second option will be our correct answer. Then question number 109. It is saying that a process that makes important difference between C3 and C4 plant is same question actually. You can see this. So photosynthesis, photorespiration, transpiration or glycolysis. So the process makes basically it is photorespiration. Second option will be our correct answer. Then question number 110. It is saying that the correct sequence of cell organelle during photorespiration is chloroplast mitochondria paroxysm, chloroplast vacuole paroxysm, chloroplast Golgi bodies mitochondria, chloroplast rub endoplasmic reticulum or dictyosome. So the correct sequence will be photorespiration completed in 3 cell organelle: chloroplast, paroxysm and mitochondria. Okay, so chloroplast, paroxysm, mitochondria, first option is given here. First will be our correct answer. Then question number 111. It is saying that in Kranz anatomy, first of all tell me in which plant Kranz anatomy is present. You know that in C4 plants Kranz anatomy is present. The bundle sheath cells have thin walls, intercellular spaces and several chloroplasts? No. Thick walls, many intercellular spaces and few chloroplasts? No. Thin walls, many intercellular spaces and no chloroplasts? No. Thick walls, no intercellular spaces and large number of chloroplasts is our correct answer present in C4 plants. Okay. Now moving to the next question, question number 112. C4 plants are more efficient in photosynthesis than C3 plants due to lower rate of photorespiration, higher leaf area, presence of large number of chloroplasts in the leaf cells, and presence of thin cuticles. It is saying that C4 plants are more efficient in photosynthesis than C3 plant. Don't think that first option will be a correct answer. That it is saying the lower rate of photorespiration. C4 doesn't have photorespiration. No amount of photorespiration is being taken place. So the correct answer will be the larger number of chloroplasts. If the chloroplast is high, then obviously photosynthesis will also be more efficient. So third option will be your correct answer for this question. And question number 113. As it is saying that read the following 4 statement, okay, A, B, C, D and select the correct option having both correct statement. So first is saying that Z scheme. This question. It is saying wrong. Okay. Right option. So it is saying that statement A is saying that Z scheme of light reaction takes place in presence of photosynthesis only, which is not correct. It is absolutely incorrect. Then only PS1 is functional in cyclic photophosphorylation. Then it is saying that cyclic photophosphorylation results into synthesis of ATP and NADH, and lastly it is saying stroma lamella lack PS2 as well as NADP. So first on our correct answer will be that A is wrong because Z scheme requires PS2 also, you know that, and C is also wrong. So here cyclic photophosphorylation results into synthesis of ATP and NADPH. It is wrong actually. It is wrong as NADP reductase is not there in cyclic photophosphorylation. It is not. So B is correct and D is correct. So our correct answer first option B and D. First option will be our correct answer for this question. Then moving towards the next question, question number 114. It is saying that photosynthetic active radiation has the following range of wavelengths: 400 to 700, 450 to 950. It is very confusing. I mean, like when close gaps are there, you may think that if you have not studied very well, then you may get confused. But if you have studied well, that is no problem. I don't think there is any problem. So this correct answer will be 400 to 700 nanometer. First option. Then question number 115. These are basically typical MCQ. I mean, just one liner answer. There is nothing to understand. Chlorophyll A molecule and at its carbon atom 3 of the pyrrole ring second has one of the following group. Okay, carboxylic group, magnesium aldehyde group or methyl group. Okay, so in chlorophyll A molecule at its carbon atom 3 of pyrrole ring second has one of the following, and that is basically the methyl group. So fourth option will be our correct answer for this question. This question is basically, I will say, out of NCERT, so you can't skip this question. So this kind of question can come, I mean, I will say for extra age, you can solve this, like you can remember just from this. You don't need to, I am not saying you to just read here and there. Just you attend the test series, you get 2, 3, 4 out of NCERT questions, just take it and take a note, and that's it. You will be fine. Then question number 116. It is saying that which fractions of visible spectrum of solar radiation are primarily absorbed by carotenoid of higher plants: blue and green, green and red, red and violet, and red and violet, and violet and blue. Okay, so it is saying that carotenoids, don't just go with blue and green. Okay, so carotenoids basically absorb middle part of the visible spectrum, mainly violet and blue light. So fourth option will be our correct answer. Then question number 117. It is saying that during light reaction of photosynthesis, which of the following phenomena observed during cyclic photophosphorylation as well as non-cyclic? So that is which phenomena is common in both cyclic and non-cyclic? Release of O2, is it correct? No. Formation of ATP in cyclic, and for non-cyclic formation of ATP is there. The second option will be our correct answer. Formation of NADPH, no. In non-cyclic there is nothing. Then involvement of PS2 and PS1 and PS2 in in Z scheme only PS1 and PS2 is there, but not in others. So formation of ATP will be our correct answer for this question. So in cyclic photophosphorylation, basically the formation of NADPH is not there, because NADPH is reductase. Here just we read that in cyclic photophosphorylation, NADPH reductase is not there. Okay, the second will be our correct answer. Sorry for the mistake. Then question number 118. It is saying that for assimilation of one CO2 molecule, the energy required in the form of ATP and NADPH are 2 ATP and 2 NADPH, 5 ATP and 3 NADPH, 3 ATP and 2 NADPH, 18 ATP and 12 NADPH. It is saying for one CO2 molecule, the process of assimilation. The assimilation, in the process of assimilation, it will require 3 ATP and 2 NADPH2. Okay, 3 ATP and NADPH2 during fixation of one CO2. Okay, so 3 ATP and 2 NADPH. If it is saying for full glucose molecule, then how many it will be? It will be that 18 ATP and 12 NADPH. Then it would be fourth answer. But here our correct answer will be third option. Third option will be a correct answer. Then moving towards the next question, question number 119. It is saying that essentially CO2 in photosynthesis can be demonstrated using moles half-life experiment, Ganong screen, inverted funnel experiment, or KOH solution. So in this experiment, you know that the moles half-life experiment, which basically half-life was enclosed in a test tube containing potassium hydroxide solution which absorbs CO2. What is the function of KOH? If you give a one-liner question, you will say that it absorbs CO2. His half-life was in air, and when two halves were tested for starch, leaf in the air showed the test positive and not other part, which shows CO2 is required for photosynthesis. Without CO2, photosynthesis cannot be completed. Then question number 120. It is saying, if a photosynthesizing plant release oxygen containing more than normal amount of 18O, okay, so that is the oxygen O18, okay, so it is just O18 oxygen. It is concluded that the plant has been supplied with C6H12O6 containing O18, and this isotope basically, H2O containing O18, CO2 containing O18, oxygen 18, that means basically oxygen in the form of ozone. So O2 released is from CH2O, not from CO2. You know that. That is the proof through the experiment, isotope experiment. So our correct answer will be second option, H2O containing 18O. Then question number 121. Just correct the match OEC, oxygen evolving complex, NADP reductase, succinyl coenzyme A, or pheophytin. Okay. So OEC will match with photolysis of H2O. You know that. NADP reductase will be matched with outer surface of thylakoid membrane. NADP is reductase where it is present, outer surface of thylakoid membrane. Then succinyl coenzyme, you know that succinyl coenzyme basically chlorophyll synthesis, and then pheophytin will be matched with primary electron acceptor. You know that. Photolysis of water occurs by OEC. NADP reductase present on the outer surface of thylakoid. Chlorophyll synthesized by succinyl coenzyme A. So our correct answer will be option number first. And it is saying that examine the figure and given below and choose the right option. Okay, here is our figure, you know that. Chemiosmotic hypothesis, this figure is taken from chemiosmotic hypothesis. You have this answer. So it is kind of blurry, but if you, when you get the question paper, it will be okay, I think. So it is saying A, B, C, D, okay. Here it is A, it is B, it is C and D. You have to mark. So A here, you know that. A here it is photosystem 1. Then B is thylakoid membrane. C here is PS2. C is PS2 and D is the F1 molecule. Okay, F1 that. So you have this F1, thylakoid membrane, then PS2 and then PS1. It's a very good question. It's a very good observing question. So second option will be our correct answer. Then question number 123. It is saying ATP synthesis is in chloroplast and mitochondria due to proton gradient across the membrane. Select the correct statement with respect to ATP formation in chloroplast. Okay, so you have to find the correct statement. Proton accumulates in the lumen of thylakoid, correct. Splitting of water occurs inside of the membrane, correct. Then proton accumulates in the stromocyte. No, proton accumulates in the lumen of thylakoid. It is not in the stromocyte. NADP reductase is located on the stromocyte of the membrane. So NADP reductase is located on the stromocyte. Which are correct? A, B, D are correct. Fourth is our correct option. Then question number 124. Select the correct option for photosynthesis in C3 plant. Bifunctional nature of peptidase enzyme. It is saying the correct option. You have to choose the correct option. So does peptidase have bifunctional nature? No, it doesn't. Regenerates of each RUBP requires 6 ATP. No, regeneration doesn't require 6 ATP. Okay, it requires 1 ATP. And first stable product of Kelvin cycle undergoes photophosphorylation in dark reaction. Is it correct? Yes, it is correct. The first stable product of Kelvin cycle undergo photophosphorylation in dark reaction. That is oxaloacetic acid. Sorry, phosphoglyceric aldehyde. This is phosphoglyceric aldehyde. Optimum temperature is 30 to 40 degrees. It is also not correct for C3 plants. Which is the correct one? Third option. Then question number 125. It is saying that during photosynthesis, plants mainly utilize the red and blue regions of visible spectrum. For the first time, it was concluded by Ingenhouse, Priestley, Engelmann or Van Niel. So Engelmann basically described the first action spectrum. The third option will be your correct answer for this question. Then question number 126. It is saying that which of the following conclusions regarding photosynthesis was proved by using radioisotope technique. We have already told that. Okay, so light is essential. O2 comes from H2, not from CO2. This was basically proved. The second option will be our correct answer for this question. Then question number 127. It is saying that the dark reaction of photosynthesis occurs in darkness. Oh my god, very good question, right? Very good question, right? Then are not light dependent. Okay. Are not directly light driven. Occur in membrane system of chloroplast. Which of the thing is correct, do you think? Basically, dark reaction means the products of light reaction will be used here, but not directly. It should be indirectly, and these are not directly, like I can say, like not directly relatable. It is indirectly relatable. So it is saying are not directly light driven. Third option will be your correct answer for this dark reaction. The dark reaction, carbon fixing reaction, light independent process. And what happens that these sugar molecules are formed from carbon dioxide and water molecule. The dark reaction occurs in the stroma where they utilize products of the light reaction. Okay. Then question number 128. It is saying that electrons from which the following reduces NADP plus to NADPH and H plus during Z scheme of photosynthesis. Z scheme means that will be obviously 2 PS2 and PS1 both will work. That is saying electrons. Electron basically कहाँ से आता है? Reduce करता है. NADPH to NADPH2, that will be water. Electron released from water finally reach NADP plus through PS2 and PS1. So this is our correct answer. Then question number 129. During photosynthesis, the stroma lamellae of chloroplast could perform. First option is given. The process of dark reaction in which ATP utilized? No. The process of light reaction which produce NADPH and H plus? No. Then the process of dark reaction which utilize NADPH and H plus? No. The process of light reaction which produces simple ATP. It is our correct answer. That photo PS1 basically present in the stroma lamellae and PS2 is present on the grana. PS1 is involved in both types of photophosphorylation. The cyclic photophosphorylation occurs in the stroma lamellae. Only ATP is formed during the transfer of electrons. There is no production of NADPH2. Then question number 130. It is saying that which of the following statements are correct regarding synthesis of ATP in chloroplast during photosynthesis. First, there are some statements given, you can see 130. It is saying which of the following are correct. So, splitting of water in stroma helps in creation of proton gradient. Do you think it helps in? No. The splitting of water in stroma doesn't help in creation of proton gradient. The creation of proton gradient occurs in thylakoid membrane, so it is not correct. And cytochrome complex helps in the release of protons in the lumen of thylakoid by accepting electrons from hydrogen carrier. It is absolutely correct. Then movement of protons across the membrane to stroma through the F naught of the ATPase is coupled with ATP synthesis. Absolutely correct. Then reduction of NADPH to NADPH and H plus is also a cause for creation of proton gradient. You know that. You have all the statements written in NCERT. I don't need to explain it further. So if I are teaching a topic, then I would explain that how this happens, but you just have to take the answers. So correct statements B, C and D. Fourth option is our correct answer. This is a good question, obvious, I will say. Then question number 131. It is saying what is the correct ratio of ATP utilization steps in Kelvin cycle, reduction and regeneration. So you know that reduction 2 ATP is being utilized and regeneration 1 ATP is being utilized. So what is the ratio? 2:1. Second option is our correct answer. Second option is our correct answer. Let's remove this, otherwise you will complain that why sir mark 3. Okay. Then question number 132. It is saying that the cells of C4 plants are rich in Rubisco enzyme which have also the following characteristic. Intercellular species absent in C4 plants, intercellular species are absent. Kranz anatomy they have. Okay. Thick walls impervious to gaseous exchange, correct. Large number of chloroplasts is also correct. So all of these are correct. So fourth option will be our correct answer. Then question number 133. It is saying that the membrane system of chloroplast is responsible for trapping the light energy, synthesis of ATP and NADPH, then enzymatic reaction for CO2 incorporation, and lastly both first and second. So the membrane system of chloroplast is responsible for trapping the light energy. You know that obviously in chloroplast the photosynthesis occurs. More the number of chloroplasts, more the efficiency of photosynthesis, and synthesis of ATP and NADPH also occurs. Enzymatic reaction for CO2 incorporation is not correct. Okay. So both first and second will be our correct answer, fourth option. Then question number 134. As it is saying, how does PS2 supply electrons continuously? By removing electrons from proton, by removing electrons from H2O, by removing electrons from CO2, or by removing electrons from constituents. So it is basically PS2 supply electron continuously by removing electrons from H2O. You know that. What happens that the PS2 continuously provide electrons by splitting water molecule. The water splitting complex is associated with PS2 on the thylakoid inner membrane. So the water splitting leads to synthesis of oxygen, protons and electrons. So second option is our correct answer. Then question number 135. Let's see what it is saying. It is saying that which character makes C4 plants special? A special type of leaf anatomy. Okay, yes, Kranz anatomy they have. They can tolerate high temperature 30 to 40 degree. Correct. Show response in higher light intensity. Also correct. So all of these are basically which make C4 plant special. Fourth is our correct option. Then question number 136. What it is saying? And read the following statements and choose the correct option. Respiration is purely a catabolic process. Respiration is basically not a catabolic process. Respiration is an anabolic process. This is not correct. Then reduction of food results in the release of energy. Not correct. Chemical energy is broken down during respiration to release energy. It is absolutely correct. The energy released during respiration due to breakdown of chemical bonds. Fungi can make their own food and derive the energy by respiration. Not correct. Which of the following is the correct one? Third option is our correct one. Okay, question number 137. The compounds that are subjected to biological oxidation are called dash and dash, dash in which dash is the most common. Okay. So the compounds that are subjected to biological oxidation are called respiratory substrate, obviously. Respiratory substrate, which is the most common, that is carbohydrate. So first option is our correct answer. Then question number 138. Choose the incorrect option. We have to choose the incorrect option. Why plants can get along without respiratory organs, as plants, unlike animals, have no specialized organ for gaseous exchange. And the options given. Respiration is faster than animals in roots, stem. Respiration is faster than animals in root, stem and leaves. Correct. What is saying? What is saying? Incorrect. This is not correct, right? Respiration rate is faster than animals in root, stem and leaves is not correct. Okay, so I have written the incorrect, so I will say that with respect to incorrect, it is correct. Then O2 released during photosynthesis is utilized for respiration. Obviously, it is correct. Loose packing of parenchyma cells in leaves, stem and roots facilitate respiration. Correct. Then there is a very little transport of gases from one plant part to another. It is also correct. The rate is very slow. So this is the incorrect one. Respiration rate is faster than animals in root, stem and leaves. In plant, respiration rate is basically slower. So first option is the incorrect option. So it is our correct answer. Then question number 139. It is saying that those organisms which cannot use oxygen for growth and are even harmed by its presence are known as obligate aerobes, aerotolerant anaerobes, facultative anaerobes, obligate anaerobes. So these are basically obligate anaerobes. Okay. Fourth option is our correct answer. So there are organisms which cannot live in O2 presence. So basically what is obligate and what is facultative means, I will just tell you. So suppose I am giving example for obligate anaerobe. Obligate anaerobe means they cannot live without oxygen. Suppose it is saying that obligate aerobes, that means aerobes, that means they cannot live without oxygen. So here obligate anaerobes cannot live with oxygen and obligate anaerobes cannot live without oxygen. And what is facultative anaerobes? Facultative anaerobes basically means they are basically aerobes, but during some time they can also survive without oxygen. So that's why these are called facultative anaerobes. This is the concept. The fourth option is our correct answer. Then question number 140. It is saying that what are the products of aerobic respiration? Tell me what are the products. So here C6H12O6 plus 6O2 will form CO2H2O. CO2H2O, energy also we have to say. So CO2 and energy only, CO2H2 and energy. So third option is our correct answer. Then question number 141. It is saying that a false statement regarding cytochrome C oxidase complex in electron transport system is in mitochondria is receive false statement. Receive electron directly from ubiquinone. No. This is not it. Receive electron directly from ubiquinone via like this. It will be like this. Via C cytochrome BC1 to cytochrome C. Okay, so ubiquinone to cytochrome BC1, then cytochrome C. It is not correct. Then capable of reducing O2, correct. Extend across the thickness of inner mitochondrial membrane. So it is also correct. Cytochrome C oxidase contains iron and copper both. It is also correct. So the first option is our correct answer because it is a false statement. The next question 142, it is saying that all are true about glycolysis except. Let's read the statements. First is oxygen independent pathway. It is true. Is it true? Absolutely, this is true because you know that glycolysis occurs in cytoplasm. where they will get oxygen from. It produces one pyruvic acid molecule from each glucose. No, it produces two pyruvic. It produces basically two pyruvic acid from one molecule of glucose. Then it occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. Correct. It can operate by using both glucose and fructose. Is also correct. You know that. So the isomerization is possible. So second option is the correct answer. Then question number 143. It is saying that reducing power of NADH plus H plus is produced during the conversion step of glycolysis. Which step? You know that? So here we will see all, you need to remember all of this. So you can see that. I'll mark. You can see this is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, so this is triose bisphosphate. You know that triose bisphosphate is 1,3-bisphosphoglyceric acid, and here it is NADH and NADPH. Yes. Second option is our correct answer, basically. Second option. Then moving towards the next question, question number 144. It is saying that choose the correct option with respect to anaerobic respiration. The fast oxidation step occurs in mitochondria. No, the first oxidation step doesn't occur in mitochondria. All reactions occur in cytoplasm. Yes, all reaction occurs in cytoplasm. If aerobic, then it requires mitochondria. Otherwise, it occurs in cytoplasm. Then they require oxygen only at one step. They require, how it is saying anaerobic, why it will require oxygen? First step of reaction occurs in cytoplasm. No, all of the like anaerobic, that means cytoplasm, obviously. The second option is the correct answer. Then question number 145. It is saying that the correct sequence in Krebs cycles is Krebs cycle. Oxaloacetic acid, alpha-ketoglutarate acid, and isocitric acid. No. Then it is saying oxaloacetic acid, isocitric acid should come first. Okay. Isocitric acid, then alpha-ketoglutarate acid, then oxaloacetic acid. So fourth option is our correct answer. So in Krebs cycle, citric acid is converted into alpha-ketoglutarate acid and then oxaloacetic acid. Then question number 146. It is saying that which of the following is an incorrect statement for mitochondrial electron transport chain and oxidative photophosphorylation? Incorrect statement it is saying. Okay. So first statement is saying that enzyme complex fast accepts electron and H plus from NADH and FADH2. It basically accepts electron only from NADPH. Okay. So not from this. It is not correct. Then passage of protons through the channel is coupled to catalytic site of F1 for ATP production. It is correct. Cytochrome C is a mobile carrier attached to outer surface of the atom. It is also correct. 6H plus passes H plus, that means hydrogen atom, passes through F0 from intermembrane space to the matrix down the electrochemical gradient to produce 3 ATP. 6H plus 3 ATP, it is correct. So incorrect one is the first option. Then question number 147. It's the easiest question of this paper, I think. Connecting link between glycolysis and TCA cycle is link reaction. Okay, so first option is our correct answer. Then question number 148. What it is saying? It is saying that the enzyme of Krebs cycle where NADH and H plus are produced are isocitrate, or you can just see by NADH and H plus are produced. You can see just from here. NADH, H plus. Yeah. This one. This one. Right? Okay. So there it will be isocitrate dehydrogenase, I think. Isocitrate dehydrogenase here, isocitrate dehydrogenase, and then alpha ketoglutarate, yeah, one had there is place also. Alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase and malic dehydrogenase here. So in that three place. Third option is our correct answer. Enzymes basically, it is asking for enzyme. Isocitrate dehydrogenase here first, Then alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase, second. Alpha, it will be here, alpha. Okay. Then malic dehydrogenase, third. Yeah. So third option is our correct answer. Then question number 149. What is the net gain in a Krebs cycle? What is the net gain? You know that I am not doing all the calculation here. So what is the net gain in Krebs cycle? That is, in 1 ton of Krebs cycle, 3 NADPH2, 1 ATP and 1 FADH2 are produced. You can see also from here. You just see this cycle. At 3, here you are getting 3 NADH2, 3 NADH2 here, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now 1 FADH2 here, 1 FADH2 is here, and 1 ATP. We will also get some more from here. It will be this place is GTP. Here the same thing basically. So here it will be. So first, third option is our correct answer. That is the net gain. Then question number 150. It is saying that complex which transfer electrons of FADH to ETS is first, second, third or fourth. So electron from FADH2 to ETS are transferred by complex second. Second option will be our correct answer. Then we will move towards the part 2 of section first. Last electron acceptor is dash in ATS which give electrons to oxygen. So complex 4, in complex 4, cytochrome C oxidase contains 2 acceptor center. One is CuA and CuP, and cytochrome A and A3. Okay. So the last one is will be Ca2A3. Third will be our correct answer for this question. And question number 152. It is saying select the statement which are not related to fermentation. It accounts only for a partial breakdown of glucose. Select the statement which is not correct. Then it gives only 2 ATP as the net glucose degradation of the pyruvic acid. Correct. NADH is oxidized thoroughly as compared to aerobic respiration. Correct. For fermentation, ETS gives 11 ATP for each Krebs cycle. Not correct. Okay. So fourth option is not correct. It is related to Krebs cycle, not fermentation. You know. Then question number 153. It's a very long question. I would pop. Long question, right? And long question doesn't mean it had to be always very hard. Just read the statement and try to answer. It is not hard, I think. Okay. Read the following. Whenever we see we have a tendency, like in our psychological thing, basically, I will say, whenever we will see a long question, we try to skip because it is long, it will take time. But if you just read the statements and if you know the NCERT, it is very, very easy. Read the following statement and find out the incorrect statement. Okay, we will find the incorrect statement. First is saying that all the food that is required for life process ultimately comes from photosynthesis. Obviously, it is correct. Then second statement, the energy released by oxidation in respiration is directly used for the life process. No, it is not correct. The energy, this is not correct because the energy released by oxidation of complex molecule is trapped by the cell synthesis ATPs. These ATPs are then utilized by the cells wherever and whenever required to carry out the metabolic process. So it is incorrect statement. Then what it is saying? It is saying that the carbon skeleton produced during respiration is used as a precursor for biosynthesis of other molecules in cells. This is the correct. The carbon skeleton is basically produced during, it is used as precursor. And plants, unlike animals, have no specialized organs for gaseous exchange, but they have stomata and lenticels for this purpose. Like animals have lungs, you know that lung tissue, different types of tissue. And during oxidation within a cell, all the energy contained in respiratory substrate is released free into the cell in a single step, which is trapped as chemical energy in the form of ATP. It is also not correct. Okay. So that during oxidation within a cell, all the energy contained in a respiratory substrate is not released free into the cell in a single step. Rather, it is released in a sequence that involves slow stepwise reaction catalyzed by enzymes. Thus, energy released is trapped in the cell in the form of ATP in a stepwise manner. So, which are incorrect? B and E are incorrect. We can see that. So, first option is our correct answer. Then question number 154, filling the blanks. Okay. It is saying that in both lactic acid and alcoholic fermentation, not much energy is released. Less than -% of the energy in glucose is released and not all of it is trapped in high energy bond. This is less than 7%. Okay, then let's see the next. It is saying that yeast poison themselves to death when the concentration of alcohol reaches about 13%. Then during conversion of one molecule of pyruvic acid to acetyl coenzyme A, dash molecules of NADH are produced. Basically, you know that 1 molecules of NADH are produced. So 7, 13 and 1. 7, 13, 1. Fourth option is our correct answer. Then question number 155. It is saying that what is the role of NAD plus in cellular respiration? It functions as enzyme. Its function as electron carrier. So NADH is basically electron carrier. So second option is our correct answer. What is the final acceptor? Electron in Arabic. No, final acceptor is water. You know, H2. It is nucleotide source, or it is also not correct. Then 156. It is saying that which of the following biomolecules is common to respiration mediated breakdown of fats, carbohydrate and proteins? So which of the following biomolecules is common to respiration mediated breakdown of fat, carbohydrates and proteins? Okay, which is the common? Glucose 6-phosphate? No. Fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, you know that this is seen in glycolysis. Pyruvic acid also seen in glycolysis. So acetyl coenzyme A is common to fat, carbohydrate and protein metabolism. So fourth option is our correct answer. Then question number 157. 157, right? Yes. It is saying that the energy released by oxidation of respiratory substrate first comes out in a single step to increase the possibility of maximum ATP production. No, it doesn't come in a single step. It comes in multiple step. Okay. So then it is not used directly. It is correct. Okay. So it is correct. The energy released by oxidation of respiratory substances is not used directly. Then is used directly in the cell in the energy is used directly in the energy requiring the process of organism. It is also not correct. It doesn't use directly, as we are saying. It is trapped as chemical energy in the energy currency of the cell. It is trapped as a chemical energy in the ATP. So it is correct. So B and D are correct. Second is our correct option. Then question number 158. Which of the following structures show limited growth in plants? Leaves, flowers, fruits or roots? Question number 158. So here roots stems show continuous indeterminate growth due to presence of apical meristem. Leaves, fruits and flowers show close determinate growth. So our correct answer, what it will be? Fourth, roots. Fourth option, unlimited growth. Then increase in the girth of plant is done by primary growth, apical meristem, intercalary meristem or secondary growth. So increase in girth of the plant is done by known as secondary growth. Fourth option is our correct answer. Increase in girth. You know that increase in girth means there. Increasing is this. Increasing in girth, not in the length. Okay. Then which of the following is difficult to measure directly? Increase in protoplasm content, increase in surface area, increase in dry weight, increase in volume. So which of the following is difficult? So you know that the difficult thing is measured to increase the protoplasm content. First option is our correct answer. That increasing protoplasm content is difficult to measure, while surface area, volume and dry weight measurements are easy. So then question number 161. This is a good question, I will say. Okay. It is saying that a leaf of 20 centimeter cube, so it's a square, grows 5 centimeter square per hour, and leaf B 20 centimeter square growth 5 centimeter square per hour, the relative growth rate. You can see this. Okay. So it will somewhat like this. It will be somewhat like this, that it is saying 5 centimeter per hour for 20 centimeter square. Okay. So it will be 5 divided by 20. And then the next one is saying 5 centimeter growth, which are 25. So you have to find the relative growth. This is the relative growth. This should be multiplied with 100. So it will be 5, then it will be 4. Okay. It will be 25 and it will be 20. So relative growth is 25 and 20. First option is our correct answer. Then question number 162. It is saying that which factor determines the direction of movement of the main root and stem. Okay, which factor determines? Is it oxygen? Oxygen, no. Is it gravity? Yes, gravity is our correct answer. Is it temperature? No. It is nutrients? No. All of this required, but which is the main determinant factor for main root and stem direction? Direction, obviously it will be gravity. Second option is our correct answer. That root is a positive geotropic while stem is negative geotropic, because the root goes down there and stem goes up there. So it is positive geotropic and it is negative geotropic. Geotropic means into the gravity. Okay, niche. Then question number 163. It is saying that tracheids do not collapse under extreme tension due to presence of. Why tracheids don't collapse? Strong, elastic, lignocellulosic secondary cell wall. Yes, because tracheids are made up of themselves strong, elastic by the process of what? By the process of differentiation, specialized for particular functions. So first option here will be our correct answer for this question. And thick cellulosic. So tracheids basically have lignocellulosic secondary wall, not primary. Primary will be incorrect both. And it is thick, hard, suberized. It is also not correct because they have lignocellulosic secondary cell wall. Then question number 164. It is saying that cork, secondary cortex and secondary xylem are formed through dedifferentiation, redifferentiation, differentiation or obliteration. So cork, secondary cortex and secondary xylem all secondary structure formed from dedifferentiated cell by redifferentiation and are responsible for secondary growth. So our correct answer is redifferentiation. Okay, redifferentiation. That means after first it will be differentiation, then the cell will be dedifferentiated and lastly it will be redifferentiated. Okay. Then question number 165. It is saying that heterophyly means, what does heterophyly means? Heterophyly, the first option is given, the appearance of different forms of leaves on the same plant species. It's absolutely correct. Okay. The appearance of, so one plant, suppose one plant have this kind of leaves, and one plant of this kind of leaves. Same plant of this kind of leaves. This is called basically heterophyly. Then presence of one or more than one type of leaves on the same plant is called heterophyly. Then appearance of same form of leaves on different plants, not correct. The appearance of same form of flowers on different plant, not about flower and not about fruits. Then question number 166. It is saying that which type of phytochrome is made up of indole compounds, zeatin, abscisic acid, oxine or gibberellic acid. It is saying made up of indole compounds. Indole compound made up of indole, that is must be oxine. Indole 3 acetic acid IAA and indole 3 butyric acid is IBA. Third option is our correct answer. Then is the hormone chapter. You have to remember there is nothing to understand, not a single thing to understand. Something like discoveries, something like very few things to understand the first part of the chapter, the growth chapter, a growth portion. But after that, hormones, where it comes to play, there is nothing to understand. You just need to revise and keep in your mind. Okay. So which phytochrome promotes failing of old leaves, whereas inhibiting falling of young leaves? First of all, tell me phytochrome. Okay. Phytochrome, not, it is not phytochrome. I have read it wrong, but it is phytohormone. Okay, that means plant hormone. It is not phytochrome. Okay, promotes falling of old leaves, whereas inhibit falling of young leaves. So abscisic acid, cytokinin, oxine or cytokinin, gibberellic acid or oxine. So oxine hormone prevent falling of young leaves but promote falling of old leaves. So fourth option is our correct answer. Two synthetic oxines are, we have just answered, that is IAA and IBA. First option, indole acetic acid and indole 3 acetic acid, indole 3 butyric acid. Oh sorry, it is saying that synthetic oxines. See, I mean, I can also make mistakes while solving. Silly mistakes, obviously, these are silly mistakes, right? These are totally silly mistakes. I was just solving this. I think that it must be like this, that which is phytochrome made of indole compound. That means, but it is saying that synthetic oxine. What are synthetic oxine? 2,4-D and Na. Naphthalene acetic acid and 2,4-dichlorophenolic acetic acid. So second option is our correct answer. And what is these are synthetic oxygen and natural oxygen is IA and IPA. In question number 169. It is saying which of the following is not a function of gibberellic acid. Which of the function is not? So bolting, okay, bolting is a function of gibberellic acid. Delayed senescence is a function of gibberellic acid. Seed germination is a function of gibberellic acid. But ripening is not a function of gibberellic acid. Tell me which hormone does ripening? That is ethylene. So it is our correct answer. Then question number 170. Apical dominance is stimulated by auxin, whereas it is inhibited by ethylene, abscisic acid, gibberellic acid, or cytokinin. So apical dominance is stimulated by auxin, correct? It is inhibited by. So apical dominance is inhibited by cytokinin. You know that it promotes cell division, so it also basically inhibited the apical dominance. Cytokinin is antagonistic to auxin. The fourth option is our correct answer. Not all forms, but mostly. Then 71. Question number 171 actually, sorry, printing mistake. Which of the following is incorrect about ethylene? First, promotes root hair formation, correct. It is natural and derivative of carotenoids, no. Ethylene is synthesis from methionine, not from carotenoids. Then it increases the number of female flowers, correct. It causes synchronization of flowers in fruit set, synchronization of flowering and fruit set in pineapples. It is also correct. So it is not correct. That is the second one. Then question number 172. It is saying that ZA3 early seed production in conifers, cytokinin, correct match, okay. Gibberellic acid early seed production in conifers. Gibberellic acid used for early seed production in conifers is correct. Cytokinin synchronize fruit set in pineapples, no, it is for ethylene. Auxin overcomes senescence, no, cytokinin overcomes senescence. Or you can also say that gibberellic acid delays senescence. Ethylene seed maturation and development, no, it is for abscisic acid, okay. So correct match is the first one. Then we will also do a match the following type of question. Most common question for this hormone chapter. Ethaphone, tell me what is ethaphone? Ethaphone is ethylene, okay. Then terpene is basically gibberellic acid, derivative of terpene, gibberellic acid. Z18, cytokinin. Indole acetic acid, natural auxin, okay. So our correct answer here will be second option. Then question number 174. It is saying that the plant hormone which closes the stomata in a stressful condition is cytokinin. Stress hormone is obviously that is abscisic acid. And why they basically close the stomata? To prevent transpiration, water loss. So fourth option is our correct answer. Then question number 175. Both ethylene and abscisic acid are responsible for promoting the abscission of leaves and fruits. Both ethylene and abscisic acid are responsible for synergistic effect, or sorry, not for synergistic effect, I can say like common effect, responsible for promoting the abscission of leaves and fruits. Yes, both promote abscission of leaves and fruits. Inducing dormancy of seeds. Abscisic acid produce dormancy but not ethylene. Stimulation of apical dominance. Nothing, they both doesn't have no role in apical dominance. Apical dominance is stimulated by auxin. Then ripening is produced by ethylene but not abscisic acid. So the common factor is promoting the abscission of leaves and fruits. So first option is our correct answer. Then question number 176. Flourishing is a conversion, results in conversion of reproductive bud to vegetative bud. This is a very good question also. Very good question. Conceptual question. I mean, you can also deduce conceptual question from this chapter also. It's a very good paper, I'll say. Then shoot apex to flowering bud. Yes, flourishing results in conversion of shoot apex to flowering bud. Second option, not from root apex or not from vegetative bud. Okay. The second option is our correct answer. Then question number 177. The site of perception of light in plants for flowering is stem, root, leaves and fruits. I am telling you, if you are making mistake in this question, I don't know, it is like October and your it is in May month, I think May month or whatever that is. You should not make mistake in this type of question, right? It will be definitely, I mean, where plant Perception of light, where it is? It is leaves, obviously, because leaves have what? Chloroplast. So third option is our correct answer. Then we have a statement based question. Let's see what it is saying. First statement is saying that conformation of the release volatile substances from ripened orange that hastens the ripening stored unripe banana. Okay. Statement second, callus formation from the internodal segments of tobacco stem with auxin and extracts of vascular tissue, yeast, coconut milk, DNA. Later, a cytokinase promoting substances are identified, crystallized and named as kinetin. This is obviously cytokinin, you know that. Cytokinin. The statement 3, it is saying that reporting of appearance of symptom Bacon foolish seedling disease, gibberella fusicoria, gibberellic acid. It is gibberellic acid. And first one, what it was? What hormone it was? Unripe banana. It means it is saying for that is meant obviously it will be ethylene. Volatile substances, you know that ethylene is a gaseous substance. Now it is asking for scientist. So who discovered ethylene? It is Cousins. H is Cousins. And who discovered cytokinin? You know that is Miller and Cook. And who discovered gibberellic acid? That is Kurosawa. So fourth option here will be a correct answer. It is a very, all scientists are being covered in this question. Good question. Then question number 179. In coleoptile tissue, auxin is not transported because auxin is used where it is merged. No. It is not correct. Then in coleoptile tissue, auxin is transported by diffusion with no preferred direction. No. Is transported from base to tip. Not correct. Is produced by growing apices of the stem and roots from where they migrate to regions of their action. Absolutely correct. You know that written in our NCERT. Fourth option is our correct answer. Then question number 180. It is saying that Y hormone induces flowering in mango and also promotes rapid internode and petiole elongation in deep water rice plant. Hence, leaves or helping leaves or upper part of the shoot to remain above water. So what is this? This is the function of, you know that, the famous hormone ethylene. It is saying that X hormone produce root growth and root hair formation. It is also function of ethylene. Okay, that is the chemical formula. Gaseous hormone. And then Z is saying that Z hormone inhibits the seed germination. Where it is saying for inhibition, that means it will be abscisic acid, inhibiting hormone, abscisic acid. Okay, also maturation, dormancy, all of this. So Y is C2H4, X C2H4, Z is abscisic acid. Fourth option is our correct answer. Then question number 181. Oh my god, so big explanation is given here. The following diagram shows 4 coleoptiles set up at the start of an experiment. Razor blade, okay, razor blade is given, unilateral light is given. Which 2 coleoptile will bend towards the light source? So unilateral light is given, and here razor blade is given for 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, very good. One is given in this side, one is given in fully, and it is given this side, and it is nodal light. Now light, okay. So which coleoptiles will bend towards the light source? Okay. 3 and 4. 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is a very high level question, I will say. This is a very good question also, I will say. So we'll try to understand the concept. If you can't solve this question, there is no panic. Don't need to panic. If you can solve this question, then obviously you are genius. So let's understand. So auxin concentration increases in the shaded area. Okay, so auxin are collected on the opposite side of the light. Suppose light is coming in this side, auxin will be collected on the opposite side. The increased concentration of auxin is stimulatory for shoot growth, and for this reason shaded side shows more growth than the lighted side. Okay, it is the main concept. Now we will go with this. The bending occurs due to elongation of the part. just below the coleoptile. Some influence is transmitted from tip to basal region, which results in its curvature. So here in the given sets of experiment, only in 3 and 4, the coleoptile will bend towards the unilateral light source. As in the third, you can see that the razor blade is used in the right side. Okay, this is the right side. So the unilateral source, the growth will be on the opposite side. So if it is the light side, the growth will be the opposite side. So it will bend towards the light. Okay, the third will definitely bend towards the light. And there in experiment 4, you can see that no razor is given. Okay, so there will be no secretion. There will be secretion of oxygen in the shaded direction, obviously, and this causes bending of coleoptiles. It is also bending of coleoptile. So a correct answer for this question will be option number 4. You can also read the explanation here. Main concept is that the light oxygen, basically it happens that oxygen concentration increases in the shaded area. That means the oxygen are collected in the opposite side of the light. Then question number 182. It is saying that read the following statements and find out the correct statement. Okay, we will see. This is also a very long question. In plants, growth and differentiation both are open. Correct. The final structure of a cell or tissue at maturity is also determined by the location of the cell within the plant. Correct. Know that the final structure you can determine from the location within the plant. Then cell positioned away from root apical meristem differentiated as root cap cell, which those pushed away to periphery mature as epidermis. Yes, it is correct. Then environmental signals such as light and gravity also affect certain phases or stages of growth. You know that. It is correct. Geotrophic growth. Intrinsic factor includes both intracellular, genetic and intercellular chemicals such as plant growth hormone, while the extrinsic factor including light, temperature, water, oxygen and nutrition. All of these are lines of NCERT. There is nothing to understand. I will not explaining here. Okay. It is all the lines from NCERT. So all of the statements are correct. Fourth option is our correct answer. Then question number 183. It is saying that a spring sugarcane crop with gibberellin increases the length of stem, thus increasing the yield by as much as 20 ton per acre. Third option is our correct answer. Then question number 184. Question number 184. It is saying that 2,4-D is a synthetic oxygen, natural oxygen, synthetic cytokinin, or natural cytokinin. I got trapped in previously, but I will not trap here. This is the similar kind of question, but only one option is given here. 2,4-D is a, you know that it is a synthetic oxygen. First option is our correct answer. Then question number 185. Cells or tissue arising out of the same meristem have different structure at maturity. This phenomena in plant is known as open growth, open differentiation, indeterminate growth, or determinate differentiation. It is basically open differentiation. Second option. Both growth and differentiation in higher plants are termed open because they can continue throughout the plant's life. The presence of meristem allows for unlimited growth, and the ability of the cells to differentiate it after division ensures that the plants can adapt and develop various structure. The name is open differentiation. Then question number 186, we have the most abundant enzyme in the world is, you know that is Rubisco. And for what is the most abundant enzyme in animal? Tell me. That is collagen. That's why it is given in the first option, so that you can do mistake and you learn from it. Then question number 187. For every CO2 molecule entering the Kelvin cycle, the required energy is, you know that 3 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADPH are used. 3 molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADPH. First option is our correct answer. Then question number 188. Which of the following is correct about dark reaction? Correct about dark reaction. It is saying that it is not directly light driven but are dependent on the products of light reaction. Absolutely correct. It occurs in the stroma of chloroplast by enzymatic reaction. Absolutely correct. And it occurs, then both first and second, it is correct. It occurs in the stroma lamellae. No. It is not occurs in the stroma lamellae. It doesn't occurs in the stroma lamellae. So Correct answer is third option. Then question number 189. Okay, 188 we just solved, and 189. Which of the following is the most crucial step in Kelvin cycle? You know that carboxylation or the first step is the most crucial step in the Kelvin cycle. Then 198 is saying that how many ATPs are required for regeneration of RUBP in 1 Kelvin cycle? So 1 ATP is required for regeneration of RUBP in 1 Kelvin cycle. 1 ATP. Second option, regeneration 1 ATP. It is not saying for the 1 glucose, it is saying for the 1 Kelvin cycle, that means the 1 carbon, and that will be 1 ATP for 1 carbon. Then question number 191. It is saying that find out the correct match for the following table. Photochemical phase, photosynthesis 2, oxygen release, and then paper chromatography, chlorophyll B, yellow orange. So paper chromatography, chlorophyll B have yellow to green, not yellow to orange. Carotenoids, chip pigment, then red light absorption, no, it have yellow to yellow orange absorption. This is the correct one. Photochemical phase, photosystem 2, oxygen release, this is the related. So first option is our correct answer, first only. Question number 192. It is saying that the complete oxidation of one molecule of pyruvate by stepwise removal of all the hydrogen atoms, leaving 6 molecules of CO2, leaving 2 molecules of CO2, leaving 4 molecules of CO2, leaving 3 molecules of CO2. So you will also understand this question that pyruvate produces during glycolysis enters into mitochondria if oxygen is available in the cell. Only if oxygen is available in the cell, then the pyruvate enters into mitochondria. Otherwise, it goes into lactic acid fermentation. Okay. Then it undergoes complete oxidation by stepwise removal of all the hydrogen atom and produces 3 molecules of CO2. 1 molecule of carbon dioxide is produced during oxidative decarboxylation of pyruvate, and 2 molecules of carbon dioxide are produced during Krebs cycle or citric acid cycle. So here 3 molecules of CO2, fourth option will be the correct answer. Then question number 193. What is the significance of respiration? Production of cellular energy currency, absolutely correct. Provides carbon skeleton as precursor for synthesis of various chemical, correct. Loss of weight, I don't know why this is given. So both first and second are correct. Fourth option is our correct answer. Then question number 194. It is saying that in Krebs cycle, during TCA, means the Krebs cycle obviously, which of the following intermediate is a result of 2 successive decarboxylation? So which is the following intermediate result? In Krebs cycle, decarboxylation occurs twice during completion of 1 cycle. Second decarboxylation occurs when alpha ketoglutarate is converted to succinyl coenzyme A by ketoglutarate, dehydrogenase liberating CO2. So our correct answer is 3. Succinyl coenzyme. Alpha ketoglutarate you can also add here. Alpha. Here question number 195. When proteins are respiratory substrate, the ratio of CO2 and O2 will be about 2. Proteins is saying that. So when proteins are the respiratory substances, the ratio will be 0.9. Third option will be a correct answer. You can just read the explanation here, but the only thing you have to remember is 0.9 per protein. Okay, different for different fats, carbohydrates, and all of this. Okay, for carbohydrate, tell me what it will be. It will be 1, right? 1 or more or less. Okay, read this. If you can't answer this, you have to read the NCERT. Which of the following is not correctly matched? Delay in leaf senescence, cytokinin, correct. Induce rooting in a twig, auxin. Rooting in a twig is auxin. So it is also correct that auxin is a plant hormone that helps in the growth of root and shoot apex. Okay, so it acts as a growth promoter for apical bud and inhibits the growth of lateral bud. So induce growth in axillary bud. No, axillary bud, I mean, where does it come from? I don't know. Apical bud. It is not correct. Quickly ripen a food, ethylene. So it is not correct. Third option. Then question number 197. 97. So trees show seasonal activities represent what kind of growth curve? Linear, sigmoid, double sigmoid or J shape. So a tree showing seasonal activity shows a sigmoid growth curve or S curve. Sigmoid curve, that means something like this. Okay, so second option is our correct answer. Seasonal activity, okay, it is also remembered. And where does you get it? Like most of you will see in temperate region. Which of the following is or are related to the type of growth in which both the progeny cell arising from mother cell retain the ability to divide? So that is, in geometric growth, both the progeny cells following mitotic cell division retain the ability to divide and continue to do so. And in arithmetic growth, mitotic cell division, only one daughter cell continues to divide while other is differentiated and mature. Arithmetic growth is this and exponential growth can be expressed as this. So it is saying that geometric growth, okay, related, okay. So it is for geometric growth. It is basically, you know that it is sigmoid curve, then expressed as this is exponential, right? Then linear curve, no, it is for arithmetic. Then three phases, lag, exponential and stationary. So it is correct. First option is the correct answer. Then question number 199. Human urine, you know that human urine will be matched with oxygen. It's extracted, oxygen is extracted from human urine. Then for discovery purpose, not like that, oxygen is a plant hormone, you know that. Then coconut milk, cytokine discovery, all this for discovery. Ripened orange, ethylene. Gibberella fusicori, ZA3 is the most used or most common gibberellic acid, ZA3. So correct answer is option number first. Then question number 200 is the last question of this test. Plant growth is unique because it is intrinsic, it occurs in the expense of energy. Plant retains the capacity for unlimited growth throughout the life. It is accompanied by metabolic process. Why it is unique? Is it intrinsic? It is for intrinsic, it is the expense of energy. It is all obviously every growth will be for some expense of energy, both in human and plant. But plant have special thing, we can't, suppose like we can't grow for a longer time. Our bone closes, metaphysic end plate, we will study in MBBS, closes at some point. For girls it is almost age of 16 and for boys it is almost about the age of 18. So we can't grow for like unlimited time, unlimited time period. It is up to puberty or some extended period of puberty. But plants retain the capacity for unlimited growth throughout their life. So it is our correct answer, which is unique. Third option. This concludes the explanation part of BBT 19. I hope you have understood all the questions. Thank you.